I believe he did top 8 at the Black Lodge a couple weeks ago. I think he got 5th.
Yeah. Ooh, that's nice to see.
That was a 45 entry tournament.
Well, that's a way to make yourself known. But as you sort of say before, KawaiiPickle definitely repping a very interesting kid. KawaiiPickle had very interesting approaches with how they cut in, sometimes utilizing some platforms to be able to catch on to some landings and dash dances. So you definitely have to watch out for it. However, KingPin gonna be repping in with the Captain Falcon, has other ways to really catch on to some of those approaches and make sure you take advantage of Ken's very volatile advanced state. Get to see how all of that was shaping up. Already stacking up a good amount of combos, looking for that final hit and there. And goodness gracious, KingPin repping in with the confidence and absolutely trying to tear up KawaiiPickle right here. Is that a combo too? However, I do think it's definitely a good position for KawaiiPickle D, and you get an up tilt that is pretty much sort of you can range guards down to it. However, KawaiiPickle is patient.
For that shield.
Get that poke shield, might be a down fast. Nice!
Ooh, great drift by KingPin.
That basically made it a very tricky attack to do. They went from story you can KawaiiPickle going to cut you up right there. And there he goes, gonna stack on his damage. Now, interesting enough, I am seeing KawaiiPickle play this like grounded a lot more. A lot of times, the last time I've been able to see this, KawaiiPickle a lot of times would play around a lot of the platforms. Take guards down to it, guards to landing. So we do think, one thing I did tell him is just like, I do think that's like a case where you have an obvious pattern. You have to mix up a lot of your approaches now, and I do think that's just something that KawaiiPickle has been able to save up a lot better now, ever since then.
I feel like KawaiiPickle could have finished the stock right there, off stage, so he's going to be a little more conservative. He's playing safe.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of what you have to do a lot of times. Some of the best kids out there have just like very safe play. You have like Vendetta.
That name.
Yeah, that's a very character. You have players like Vendetta, players like Cytonics. Like, you definitely have ways to oppress with this character, but you always have to be careful of how you do it, because that character can be put into a horrible position like this. Look for edge guard, but I think he could accidentally did a Rara there with the air, because that was reverse.
Interesting Falcon kicks coming out from KingPin here.
I do think in some ways they're really trying to get like a combo started like they had the first thing, but now because you're in a deficit, this gives KawaiiPickle a lot of range to just like play it slow and play it a lot more defensive and catch on the KingPin's approaches a lot better. Now KingPin's kind of like in a more uncomfortable position to where you have to either like throw caution to the wind now, or like things out of the box. And you aren't in the box anymore, you are absolutely being up cut out.
Wow. Decisive game 1 from KawaiiPickle. And I just checked, he got 7th at the Black Lodge.
Ooh.
So he tied with Esmod.
That's actually an interesting case as well.
It was a very, very good showing for him. He placed above Tails, Corgi, Moss, Datshine, West, Broker. He outplaced a lot of PR players.
Well, this might be your tournament to try and see if that's your tournament to win. Already performing this very strongly as well to get into this bracket. We're going to be taking the game 1. KingPin's going to be switching to Sephiroth in this type of thing. I could definitely see this kind of working a little bit.
Is this a best of 5?
This
is a top 8.
I'm not actually certain if this is best of 5. Check with Odie, but
I'll check with Odie.
So we'll have to see how all that'll shape up. But game 2,
2-0 Jack.
I have to see how all that will shape up. However, in this edition, KingPin wanted to maybe utilize the Sephiroth here. However, this is a stage I actually see KawaiiPickle like a lot. Those platforms are able to actually set up a lot of mix-ups, and KawaiiPickle loves to mix up on the platforms with regards to the gas dances and get a lot of movement options. And I do think that will be a position in which KingPin has to be a little bit more careful. Although you are in a bountiful stage in which a lot of swords do well, you're up against one of the best, you're up against a character, or up against a player who absolutely loves the stage.
Oh, so not that.
Combo 2, not able to get too much going. And there's a big struggle. Now you get combo going, you guys see KawaiiPickle good, like fishing for this, you get, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him for doing it. Because if it keeps working, if it works, don't fix it. Just set up to a lot of that damage. There we go, more and more. Oh my goodness.
That's Sephiroth though.
Yep, you gotta watch out as well. Right down to KawaiiPickle is gonna be spacing around that Omni Slash, and at that point, it's really come to a point in which KingPin's countering is just not working. This is just a stage that KawaiiPickle loves, and KingPin's just Sephiroth is nowhere as clean as the Captain Falcon was earlier. try to set up position 2. And a little bit of that works. The parry! And the up tilt, there you go. KawaiiPickle playing absolutely phenomenal and going on a tear right here. Setting up so much of this damage. Look at the potential. 3-stop. There's that focus. Gets set up more and more damage. 53%. Look for the down there. Are you dead? Oh my god. Why?
It's a best of 5.
KawaiiPickle
It's a best of 5.
saying, I have the slice. I have them in hamburger style. I have them whole. We have them fresh out for you with regards down to these pickles. Come into the game. So it's a best of 5?
Yep.
Alright.
I just asked Oni, and it's, yeah, all top 8 best of 5.
Alright, that's nice to see. So, KingPin not fully out of this. See how all this will shape up. Sephiroth just did not work in the slightest. So I can definitely say switching back to Falcon here.
I guess I'll call one.
That Shaffle and Jackie.
Jackie and Shaffle.
Shaffle, you play Jackie.
It's Tatsu and Mugen Zeta, are they playing?
I'm pretty sure,
I don't know what they look like.
neither do I. I think they are. If it's like blue-lighted, they should be playing.
Oh, it is blue-lighted.
Yeah.
Okay. It's going smoothly then.
Yep.
Alright. Looks like there were some technical difficulties over here.
But I do definitely see, yeah, KingPin is going to be switching back to the Falcon here. So we'll have to see how that shapes up as well. Like that, Sephiroth can't work in this matchup. Whereas Sephiroth has the range options to like keep out in regards to a lot of his approaches. I do think one of the things though, in regards to Sephiroth, you have to have good technique in regards to playing Lucky. Because similarly to Sephiroth is similar to Midlink in the fact that you have its global range, you can completely run away with those range options.
Oh, yes.
And you can like use that. If you play aggressive characters such as Falcon, and you try to like overlook Sephiroth's a massive glass cannon. If you aren't careful, then you are gonna be taking hits upon hits.
Yeah.
So I
That's what I saw. I think Falcon would be the best choice for KingPin here.
gonna be taking it to Battlefield. Still like a similar pick to
And that was 56 damage right there.
Yep.
10 seconds in.
And the shield break, not able to get it though.
Looking like an M&M right now.
Oh goodness, it is a big task. And keep in mind as well, this is still a similar two-platform layout with regards down to Battlefield. That was a stage of like KawaiiPickle was performing like phenomenally on. Like Small Battlefield only removes that top platform. You still have the same amount of ground space, and you still have like a lot of things where like approaches will still be like in your face a lot better, or a lot harder to escape. So I do want to see what KingPin's plan is to actually do with this, because this is still, if you struggle this hard on Battlefield, how is making it small gonna work? There's a scene out all that with the game, like KawaiiPickle's just been performing absolutely phenomenal, stacking up all that damage, going to 0 to 40 real quick. When it turns out a lot of these confirms. KingPin, even with that strong start, but finally able to get something going wrong towards Fast Speed on the landing. And gonna get that started. And here we go. KingPin saying, I'm the king of this tournament. Gonna kick off on the tear. And finally bringing it back to an even game. Bring up the combo like that Falcon kick the first hit. And that's gonna be like a very scary position to really get a lot of things working. That's it in with the dare. Or there, trying to set up to another combo. Just gonna be stacking up more and more and more. I think now KingPin's now playing a little bit more confidence compared to how the second game was played. Like the F tilt that DI out, and that was good awareness coming in from KawaiiPickle on that F tilt. If you SDI that in, you can SDI that out, that F tilt, that strong one's just able to put up so much pressure to KawaiiPickle. Goodness gracious, you are performing absolutely cute. Right, and KawaiiPickle
Swift Frio.
running through this graphic right now.
Hey, everybody, don't look at bracket though.
Still in top 8, but That is a way to do it. KawaiiPickle performing absolutely phenomenal.
Haze on him.